The Shabuya ProAm in Russell County, Alabama offered perfect March weather for a weekend of 3D archery.
Dude, is that another donut?
Yeah, you got another one.
Under sunny skies, occasionally striped by Black Hawk helicopters and C-130 airplanes flying in and out of Fort Benning, more than 1,500 archers gathered among the tall pines of Uchi Creek Campground for some friendly but fierce competition.
10.
Ah, come on.
There wasn't enough room for both of us.
That's all right.
In Senior Pro, Jeff Hopkins is always a force to be reckoned with, but he went all of 2024 without a win under his belt after winning 4 of 6 the previous year. At Benning, Hopkins seemed determined to turn things around, shooting the best qualifying score on day 1 and the second best on day 2, affording him a 3-point lead over Foley champ Tony Tazza heading into the shootdown.
And our number 1 qualifier, Jeff Hopkins.
Hopkins shot a mostly clean final round and carried that 3-point lead over Tazza to the 6th and final arrow.
I think Tony's here to win, though. I've seen him hit this 14 before.
Yeah.
And then so if he hits a 14, it puts him at a 75. Jeff has to hit a 12 to win.
Right.
Big arrow right here for Tony.
Here we go. Wind just picked up. He went 12.
A 10 by Tazza meant Hopkins only needed an 8 to win.
Yes, he needs to aim center of that core, make the best shot he can make.
But he crushed a 10 to take his first win since Metropolis 2023.
These things are amazing to win. They are. As everybody knows, I've had a lot of ups and downs in archery in my career, and more downs than ups, but I've won a lot of these things, and it never gets old. And so many people, my wife, my son, my daughter, my grandkids, my family, I can't thank everybody enough. Everybody that's a part of this Hopkins team, so I appreciate it so much.
The senior known pro race was a tale of 3 Tims. Tim Gillingham, that is. After shooting a stellar 28 up on day 1, his best round ever as a senior known pro, and leading the field by 10, Gillingham struggled on day 2 and carried just a 2-point lead into the shootdown.
We'll see some bonus rings shot at. We will see some bonus rings hit. Jim is shaking his head.
2 8s.
Hit left again. He is not sure what's going on there.
In the finals, it took 3 targets for Tim to get his feet under him, but he did get rolling and did what he needed to get the field behind him to take his first win of the 2025 season.
No problem for Mr. Tim.
Secures the win.
496.
Yeah, for some reason I was hitting way left, and I think I gave it a total of 12 clicks somewhere in there.
12.
Yeah.
How'd you pick that number?
4, 4, and 4.
Sounds right. Great shooting.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Tanya Galantine there, our last champion in Foley. She also won the World Archery Indoor World Series Finals in Vegas 2 weeks ago. She's on a streak.
She can flat shoot a bow.
In women's known pro, Tanya Galantine put together 2 matching rounds of 218 to enter the shootdown, tied for the lead with Caitlin Bordwell.
Great stacked field of archers out there. This is going to be a really good shoot-off. I'm looking forward to this one.
Only 4 points separated first from 5th, so the final was sure to be a good one.
Good look at Danielle, just got a 12.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And it was, with all the competitors nailing multiple bonus rings.
Boom.
She caught
Upper 12.
The 4-point separation from top to bottom held through to the 6th and final arrow.
We're going to see some more rings hit.
And after 3 of the 4 ladies hit the 14 with their final shots, Galantine had no choice but to match them if she wanted the win, and she smoked it.
Center punched it.
Yeah, what a good shot, Tony Galantine.
Clutch.
It felt amazing. You know, I tried to shoot a 14 early on and just missed it by a little bit, so it felt really good to be able to hit it when I really needed to. I'm super happy and stoked, and archery is going really well lately, so I'm just going to keep, riding that wave.
We often talk about how deep the known pro division is in the ASA, and we saw proof of that in Benning, since none of the 5 shoot-down competitors shot in the Foley finals. It was the only class with no repeats.
This is about to get real right here.
Kyle Douglas came into the finals with the lead, and he did what Kyle Douglas does when he's on fire, protecting that lead all the way to the end.
If we were in Vegas, I'd take all my money and put it right now on Kyle to win.
He only needed an 8 with his last shot to take the win, but of course he hit the 10 for his first victory of 2025.
That was good. I mean, I didn't shoot as good in the shoot-off as I would have liked or normally expected, but it was good enough to get it done, so that always feels good. It can be pretty tough sometimes, you know. It's definitely harder to get yourself to be more aggressive when you're leading. You know, you don't want to protect the lead and lose it, but you also don't want to do something stupid and lose it. So, yeah, I definitely have a little bit easier mindset when I'm coming from behind.
Sharon Wallace struggled a bit on the first day of qualification in Women's Pro, but showed that she never gives up and posted the best score by 8 points on day 2 to head into the shoot-down with a 2-point lead over division rookie Lauren Carver.
Sharon is over 50, and she is out here competing with these younger ladies. Everyone in the class is younger than her.
Sharon's got some game.
And she can compete with the best. She comes in as our leader.
Sharon shot a flawless finals round, maintaining her lead throughout, and only needed an 8 on her last shot to win.
No, she needs to pull up here, shoot a center 10, walk away with a win.
The last arrow was her only bobble in the finals, but she got that 8 and took home the crown.
I definitely had a little bit of a, I was like, oh God, did I need an 8 or a 10? It was probably one of the best shooting rounds I have had without making any mistakes, and it just felt so good to come all together.
The Open Pro Shootdown at Benning was one for the ages. Braden Jones only made it into the finals by winning a 1-arrow shoot-off against Michael Evans to take the 5th and final seed.
Pretty close race. Like, really close.
Yeah.
In front of him were Levi Morgan in 1st, Chance Bobeff in 2nd, Dan McCarthy in 3rd, and Cody Barnett in 4th.
He went for it.
And there he goes, shooting a 12.
So if Braden had any dreams of a win, his work was cut out for him.
Old lefty, boom.
A round of 10, 12, 12, 12, 14.
Oh, he did. He's on the board, and he got it.
Was exactly what he needed to take a 2-point lead ahead of the 6th and final arrow.
He had to win a 1-arrow shoot-off just to get here.
Yes.
In 5th.
Came in 5th.
And now he needs a 10 to win.
With that shot, Jones needed a 10 to win.
Yeah, he's settling in, isn't he?
I think he's
a good yardage judger. Got him. Yes.
He center punched it and took his first ever title as an Open Pro after coming into the finals in 5th place.
Man, it feels amazing. I'm blessed. A whole lot less stress when you don't have to hit a 14 with these guys. They're awesome. So.
Do you feel like the weight's finally been lifted off your back?
Man, you better believe it.
Shabuya ProAm wrapped up Sunday with a few dozen amateurs finishing out their rounds for the weekend and officially turning everyone's attention to the Easton Hoyt Pro-Am coming up in less than a month in Minden, Louisiana. We'll see you all there.